definitely. Season 2 is definitely about family, and which, you know, can create kind of a bit of a restriction in the dynamics, you know. Whereas this season, we're introducing all these new characters, which are characters that aren't related to most of our characters, which creates different dynamics, whether it's romantic or physical or violent. It's not just about siblings and the behavior between that kind of, you know. So I think it's going to create some really interesting, like, love triangles, some really interesting, like, alliances between people, and people are going to play people in different ways, and there's nothing besides the Michelsons, no one's tied in any way, whereas sometimes with the siblings, they all have this, like, always and forever bond. So when you have all these new players, they have no ties to the original, so either they're foe or friend, you know. So that's what I think is going to be really different about this season. So that's what's been promised. Yeah, you know, there's so many kind of really detailed descriptions of Hayley's childhood, and I think they're there for a reason, otherwise they wouldn't be there. And you know, I think the intention has always been to have, you know, a long running show, and so I don't think that, hopefully, I don't think the writers have rushed to tell that story, but I do think it's a story that will be told and needs to be told. And I think planting little things about her parents being killed and her being, you know, adopted, really the way that she turned, or was there something a little weirder and darker that happened? And so I think that's something that they do have up their sleeve and they have ideas for, and hopefully this will be the season that it plays out. They are human, and Hayley and Elijah has been coming to Hayley every full moon and bringing clothes and filling her in on what's been happening, you know, in New Orleans and in the compound and with Klaus and everything. So that's kind of her one, not human tie, but you know what I mean, her tie with the outside world. And I do think, you know, the pack in their wolf form has been getting closer and stronger and learning to kind of be who they really are a little bit. But I do think that when they do eventually become human, that's going to kind of follow them a little bit, that kind of animalistic mentality, and I think they're going to be a little bit more feral, which I think is really cool. I mean, if you're stuck as a werewolf for months on end and you're only human ones, you end up kind of becoming what you want. Yeah, mentally. I mean, you're living in the woods and you're not showering and you're having to, you know, I don't know, find dinner.
I mean, getting hunted.
It's really nice. I mean, you know, I know it's like, oh, negative and everyone on Twitter, but like, I was that passionate about anything. And I think that's what it is. I mean, I don't think people are really trying to be mean. I think sometimes maybe, you know, things become a little bit negative, but it's ultimately because these fans are so passionate. They feel like they know these people, and it's like the way that you're passionate about, like, your friend dating the wrong person, and you're angry about it, and you're, you know, and that's how I see all that on Twitter and on Tumblr and all that kind of thing. But, you know, Klaus and Hayley, I think it's not ruled out at all. I just think it has to happen in an organic way, and I don't think right now it makes sense for Hayley and Klaus to be together. But because you know, they've gone through so much, and Klaus has done some really awful things to Hayley.
Yeah.
But as I said, this show hopefully will be on for a long time, and we can really like tell stories and not just like throw out storylines to appease people. I think that you want to kind of really, the payoff needs to be like, worth it at the end. And whether that's with Elijah or with Nathan Jackson or with Klaus, we'll see. Yeah. A lot of boys.